All right, so joining me, unfortunately, wasn't able to join live on the show, but here we are with Brian White. Brian, I don't think you've had a chance to see the interview that I've had with Commissioner Arron Sisson yet, but to give you the insight, like the word, like you have an ego ahead of yourself. He thought maybe you were afraid to respond. And he just thought that maybe you didn't deserve any, like you haven't qualified to deserve any opportunity to have a title shot. And he just thinks he did say he's grateful for the bell that you gave him. But then I don't know, his way of saying thank you was putting you through a door.
Apparently. Well, thank you for that, David, and I appreciate you reaching out. Unfortunately, at the time that Mr. Sisson, who apparently has all the time in the world, decided to start trash talking me, I was actually on a meeting lobbying on his behalf and your behalf with the Attorney General and then of Ontario, and then it slid right into a meeting with the Solicitor General of Ontario. So I continue to do my job and make the community a better place to the best of my ability, of course, and that's all I can do is try. It's not any different than how I approach wrestling. I try, and if I've qualified or not for a title shot, that's up for debate, like any other part of my life, right? All I know is I'm putting in the work. I continued to do the work during the pandemic when everything shut down. I continued to get in better shape. I continued to learn and to study the craft. And quite frankly, I think I'm the only one on the roster that has an undefeated record. So if that doesn't qualify me, that's okay.
Okay, let's clarify, because he said you've only won like 2 matches or something.
Yeah, but we've only had 2 shows as Chem Valley, and that's not true.
Okay.
I've won with previous promotions as well. But here in Sarnia with Chem Valley in particular, I remain, such that it is undefeated. But if you're only 2 or 3 shows into a promotion and you're handing title matches out to people from out of town who aren't investing in our community, people who are showing up saying thank you very much, taking a payday and walking away, then I'm not sure where your priorities lie. My priorities lie in building up our community, building up this promotion, even though Arron's a part of it. But I've always supported Arron as well. As he rightfully mentioned, I bought him a bell. I'm happy to contribute in any way possible. The fact that he thinks that all of my efforts and money spent and energy helping to promote the business and quite frankly, putting my body on the line is somehow ego driven and entitled is simply ridiculous. It just, I mean, you talk to him, Dave. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I mean, I feel Arron's a little misled, and I'm not sure who is putting the bug in his.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because I sort of was feeling that, but then I go, well, I've known Arron a long time too, and I give him the benefit of the doubt. He is the commissioner. So he did sort of say like things. Well, like I said, he thinks the ego is in the way there, and he just feels you need to be put in your place. So I do kind of feel like that's not the Arron Sisson that I'm used to hearing, so there's got to be some kind of influence coming from somewhere, and it's he's going to get in the ring with you with who's the other fella that Arron's going to fight against or wrestle against with you?
Ethan Dukes. And so what Arron has done is he set it up. It's not Arron against Ethan Dukes in any way. It's Arron and Ethan Dukes against me. So
how is that fair?
Well, I mean, it's pro wrestling, right? We all face different challenges at different times, and he wants to include weapons. So I guess that's his way of compensating for the fact that he has not shown up to try and train. He wants to get in the ring himself and have a match without actually, going to more than 1 or 2 training sessions. So I'm not sure. And he said,
he's right. He said right in the interview, you can watch it after, that he was going to let Ethan do all the. I said, well, so he's going to do all the dirty work, and then you're just going to step in and take the glory. And he was like, well, yeah, like he said, I haven't, I've only trained a little bit, and I'm not, so I think he's aware of, so that was sort of another factor that made me think that maybe, well, I'll say it, I think maybe Ethan's having some influence on the commissioner.
I think maybe Ethan's dad is having some influence on the commissioner.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
Tyson Dukes is a well-accomplished, well-respected individual, and there's no question that he's considered by many to be one of the best that's ever come from Canada. Although he's never been world champion of a major promotion, most of those world champions go to Tyson for advice. So that gives you a sense of maybe Tyson perhaps coming towards the end of his career and trying to capitalize in any way possible. And if that means taking over indie promotions and trying to be the best at indie promotions, there are two ways to do it. It's to show up and do the work and be the best, or it's to manipulate your way to the top. And at this point, it's starting to look to me, like he's using his own son, which is just disgusting, to try and make sure that he's got a clear path to the title and to our champion, Cody Deaner. And to me, that smacks of opportunism and ego. So it's not me, in my opinion, but it's my opinion. So, I mean, take it for what it's worth. Am I ego driven? I'm sure I am in many ways, but I think the evidence is very clear that Arron is being misled, and it's unfortunate that as a young, impressionable, I'll say it, he's a kid, Ethan's a kid, that Tyson is playing them like fiddles. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have to teach Tyson a lesson through his own kid. I've beat Ethan before. It wasn't easy. He's a big guy, but now I see I have to try and keep my eyes pointing in two directions at the same time.
All right. Well, I guess it's all going to come out on Saturday down at Valley Axe. Tickets still available online at Eventbrite. We'll post that in the comments. But Commissioner Sisson did say that this is one of the best-selling shows that they've had to date. Is that because of all the matches that are set up, or do you think that it's this match here that's really drawing people?
Well, I think there's a lot of attention on this match. Arron tried to weasel his way out of it, and early on tried to offer me a slot with some other performers, and it was pushback from the community that said, we want to see this match. We need to see Brian at least try to get some revenge, because quite frankly, what Arron did to me at the last show was so disturbing. I haven't stopped hearing about it for a year and a half. Right. So I think that's got something to do with it. But don't kid yourself. The rest of the card is incredible. There's going to be some phenomenal matches on this show, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy it.
All right. No one more comment before I let you get back to working hard for us here in the community. You and Commissioner Arron Sisson were at one time close friends, and then this has kind of torn that apart. Any possible maybe post-match, like any reconciliation here, or are you guys just done as friends?
Well, there's the term never say never, and I live my whole life, whether it's in politics or in my personal life, that we're always in the moment, right here and right now. So I'm an open book. I'm easy to read, and I'm available for any conversation that Arron wants to have after this. Unfortunately, right now, I feel that I don't understand his motivation. I think we've made it very clear. We're beginning to understand it. And really, at this point, it's up to Arron to reach out. In the meantime, he may not want to after what I potentially have to do to him on Saturday. Right. But I'm open for it, Dave. I'm always open for moving forward and making things better.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Brian White, thanks for your time. Folks, you can get your tickets online at Eventbrite. Again, we'll post that in the comments. Chem Valley Wrestling, the comeback, is coming to Valley Axe this Saturday, August the 21st. And if you want to make it even easier, just go over to their Facebook page, Chem Valley Wrestling. Brian, thanks so much for your time. I know you just clipped some minutes out there for us. And good luck on the match on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.